Okay folks, what we have here is a 2003 Dodge Neon 2.0. Condition is a no start condition. Alright, so I'm going to cut to the chase. We already know that the battery is good, the starter is good, it's new. The problem is that it's a no crank. Okay, and you see that little ignition wire, that wire right there that starts the solenoid. Alright, you got the battery cable there, and then you get the ignition wire right there. That wire has to come from a starter relay, which is found in this box over here. That wire has no power to it whatsoever. Okay, check it with a test light, with a meter. You got no voltage whatsoever when you turn the key. So go into this box over here where you have your fuses and your relays. What you have here is you have your 30 amp starter fuse, which is good. And then we're going to look at the starter relay, which is the first one over here. First one over here, it's like anything else, just like a Bosch relay. Okay, you have a 30 on top to the left, 85 on the bottom on the left, 86 right top, 87 on the bottom. Of course, it's flipped this way. Okay, so 30 is over here in the corner. So we're going to check to see if the relay is good. What you can do, all these relays are the same. Just swap the relay, doesn't start, just go back to square one. So the first thing we're going to check is power at the 30. Okay, 30 on the relay is 12 volts. Using a test light right now, you can tell it's got 12 volts. It's nice and bright. You can also use a meter. All right, so this here is 12 volts, goes right there. This one here is the one that comes from the ignition. I'm going to plant it right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the key, and that should light up. And that means you're going to get power from the ignition to this box. So let's go inside. Let's look at that little test light there in this pouring rain. Turn the key, ready? Here you go. One more time. Third time. Okay, so we know we got power going to it when you turn the key. All right. Next thing you're going to check is this wire over here. This wire here is the wire that goes to the starter. What you do is you unplug it from the starter and you check with an ohm meter from here to here and look for an opening. If there's no opening, then that wire is fine. Another thing you can do also, if you want, since that's the wire that goes to that solenoid, you can take a jumper wire from the hot to that wire, and if the solenoid clicks and cranks, you know that the starter is in good condition, which is exactly what it does. You can jump from here to here, 12 volts right to that starter solenoid, and it starts on the crank, it's fine. So the only thing that turns on this relay is this one over here, which is going to be the ground. Okay, that little ground there is number 85. Now that little ground, that little tiny wire right there, sees its ground from the PCM. The PCM is found right there on this particular car, right there. The PCM is looking for a ground that will complete that circuit for the relay, and that ground is going to search for the neutral safety switch, which is straight down that way. That neutral safety switch, which is all the way down over here, is part of the transmission valve body. In order to change that, you have to drop the valve body and change that switch. So that's the only thing left that's finished with that ground. Okay, the PCM needs to see that neutral safety switch to make sure that it's in park or neutral. If it does not see it, it will not allow you to start the car. If the switch is good, okay, that means the PCM is no good. So since this is a pretty old car, this is a 2003, do your math, about 16 years old, going on 17, you know how much a PCM is going to cost, and then you have to program it, and you know how much that neutral safety switch is going to cost, because you have to drop the valve body. Okay, so to make sure that it does start, and that is the problem, what you can do is you can put a ground to that 85, contact the relay, and then it will start. All right, so the problem is here is Either the PCM is no good or the neutral safety switch is no good. Alrighty, that should be fun. Alright, you can pin it out, see if you have any open wires from 85 to the cavity over there in the PCM. If that turns out good, then there's not a broken wire in there. And the other thing you could do is, you're going to have to look for a wiring diagram from the neutral safety switch to the PCM when it's in park or it's in neutral. But there's like 16 different combinations of all kinds of stuff. It's going to be a headache. Alright, so the problem is here is definitely there's no ground to that relay, to ground the relay, to allow you to crank it and then go to the power, to the solenoid, to start. Alright, there's a bunch of ways you can do it. You can jump it if you want to, but if you do jump it, you're not going to have that safety of the park or neutral start only. Alright, so continue on. It's either the PCM or the neutral safety. Alright, so